Hi everybody, it's me again. I'm just updating everybody. My last video was just kind of an introduction on the start of my infertility treatment and journey, and I just kind of wanted to update everybody and kind of let everybody know what's going on. So Sunday, well, to start out, I guess this cycle was supposed to be an IUI cycle me and my husband are going to do. So I started with Clomid, just 25 milligrams for 5 days, which is like half the tablet of the lowest dose that you normally take. So I took that for 5 days, and then on days, I believe it was cycle day 7 and 9, I took two Gonal-F shots. I took 150 international units on day 7 and day 9. Basically, it's just FSH shot that makes you ovulate. It makes you produce more follicles. So, not makes you ovulate, it makes you produce more follicles. So, I took those, and then I went on Sunday, which was yesterday. By the way, today is March the 26th, 2012. Today's a Monday. So, went in for the ultrasound, and I was excited actually because when I went in, the ultrasound tech was really, they were just sounded like, I had all these follicles, and I was just going to give myself my trigger shot on probably Tuesday or Wednesday because the follicles were looking great. On my right side, I had like 3 or 4 almost mature follicles. They were like 15, 16 millimeters. And then on the left side, I had a few also that were like 13, 14-ish over on that side. So, this is my first time doing it, so I have no clue really what to expect. I have really no clue what's normal and what's not normal. And, I'm a nurse, but I don't really know this part of medicine at all. This is not something they teach you in nursing school at all. So it's all kind of really new to me, and I'm learning as I'm going along, as I'm sure most everybody does that goes through this. So I went in. The size of my uterine wall is within normal limits. It's 8 millimeters, which it has to be at least 8 in order for them to follow through with the IUI. However, left there feeling great, feeling like, okay, we're going to do this. And then I get a call like almost immediately from the on-call physician and the nurse, and they're telling me this cycle is going to be a flop because I have way too many follicles. So, long story short, today I talked to my RE on the phone, and he gave me 2 options. He said he could either prescribe Provera, which is a hormone that will basically make me induce a period, and then get started with the cycle within a week or 2. Or I could take birth control pills for 3 weeks, have my period, and then start. So, what I decided to do, and the reason why I decided to do it, I decided to do the birth control pills because he said that he recommended the birth control because when you overstimulate the ovaries, there's a chance that all of these follicles that are immature on there could turn into cysts. And when you take the Provera, there is a small chance, I think he said like a 30% chance, that those will develop into cysts. And then my next cycle, I would have to completely cancel. So the plan is, he said with birth control, there's less of a chance of that. So I said, well, my God, I really don't want cysts on my ovaries. So we're going to go ahead and go with the birth control choice. So I'm going to do 3 weeks of birth control. I'm going to start today. And then go ahead and start my cycle, the next cycle. So I was very disappointed, kind of very emotional, kind of still emotional about it, kind of a little bit tearful, not to mention the fact that when you, all these drugs that they give you, you just become an emotional disaster. The Ghana shot that I took was like, I don't know what it, I cried from sun up to sundown. I mean, and I just knew in my heart that something was going to go wrong, and guess what? It kind of did. But, hopefully it'll work out in the end. But I, it's just, it's an emotional process. It is, first of all, just being diagnosed with infertility. It takes a toll on your, I never thought this. I never thought this was going to happen. Like, you never think it's going to happen to you. And I know so many people understand what I'm feeling right now because they're probably watching this. You're probably watching this and saying, I'm going through that right now, which I hope people will and get something out of this, good. But just, it takes a toll. It shakes your faith. It shakes your relationships. It shakes your relationship with your husband or significant other. I mean, it really takes a toll emotionally and physically. I work nights, so maybe scheduling might be a little bit easier for me versus working days. But as far as when I have to go get tests run on a day that I work the night before a 12-hour shift and then I work the night after a 12-hour shift, it's really difficult. It's hard on your body to do that physically and also emotionally too, especially with all the hormonal drugs that you're taking. So I guess the good news is out of all of this is that I have good ovaries, but the bad news is that I'm going to have to wait this entire cycle. I have to wait for another cycle. So, it's just kind of an emotional roller coaster. By the way, I don't think I told people the details of our problem, too. And I guess we really don't know 100% why we can't get pregnant, but all I know is that, we've been trying for about a year and 4 months now, and after a year of, unprotected intercourse, you're considered to have infertility. You're diagnosed with it according to the medical world of infertility. So, we were diagnosed with that after a year, and I got tested. I got HSG test done. It was normal. I had all my blood work done. It was normal. Everything on my end looked pretty good, which, I'm blessed for. I should be very happy about that. But then on the other end, it takes two to tango. So my husband had to get tested too, which he was not happy about at all. And I really don't know any guy that would be happy about getting tested, really. It's kind of not fun. But so he got tested. His first counts were really low. I shouldn't say really low, but they were low enough to where the RE actually said, we need to go ahead and do IVF. Just skip to IVF and don't even do the IUI. So we were absolutely devastated until my husband got his second test results, and everything was above normal except for the morphology count. That was a little bit low. But, when, I guess with the counts, they're always going to vary, nothing's going to be probably equal every single time. So that is probably the reason that we can't get pregnant, is probably just because of that factor itself. So that's a little bit about us. And I'm just hoping and praying that, this next cycle, you pray it works, but also you hope and pray your husband comes out on his part well, that the counts end up being good, because, if they're not good, then your probability of chances of getting pregnant goes down significantly. So I have actually been very pessimistic about the whole thing, only because if all of your factors are perfect, if you ovulate the way you're supposed to at the perfect time, and the IUI works, and your whoever your significant other or whoever has enough sperm, has great counts, and all the factors are perfect, your chances are 20 to 25%, which is basically what a normal couple's chances are just normally every month of getting pregnant. So I'm just kind of pessimistic about it, and I shouldn't be. I really should not be pessimistic. I should be excited and happy that we get a chance at this, and that we're able to do this. But at the same time, you just think in the back of your head, there's an 80% chance that I'm not going to get pregnant this cycle. So I don't mean to dishearten anybody out there. I really don't want to dishearten anybody out there, because there have been a ton of people that have gotten pregnant on the first IUI, and I've seen people's accounts on YouTube, and it's just so amazing and so exciting, and then you see people also that have, they go through 2 and 3 cycles of IUI, and they don't get pregnant, and then they go through IVF, and some get pregnant and some don't, and it's really hard. It's hard to watch that. But that's all part of the journey that I'm going through, and sorry I got kind of emotional there, but it's the whole thing just kind of takes a toll on you. And so anyways, good news is ovaries are good for now. We'll see what they do next month. And my physician was talking about just doing the Clomid, only the 25 milligrams, and then coming in to ultrasound after that, and then possibly doing an FSH shot if I need it at that point. So anyways, hope everybody out there is doing well with their infertility journey. And by God, I know it's been hard for me, and I'm only at the beginning. So anyways, this has been kind of long, and I've rambled on, but I appreciate anybody who has listened to it, and hopefully someone out there I can help a little bit get through their journey. So I know a lot of other people have helped me on YouTube with my questions that I have, and kind of helps when you watch other people go through their journey. So anyways, I guess I will be following up in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, actually. So probably more like 4 weeks, because I'm going to go through with the Clomid again after I'm done with the birth control, and then we're going to see what happens from there. So good luck to everybody out there, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.